Hello, hello. Already got us here. I hope you all are doing well today. May this message resonate with you, and may you always use true discernment within every message. May the divine guide you to bring you the truth, the wisdom, and the clarity that is needed for your life, for your journey, and for this moment. Thank you all for subscribing, commenting, and liking. I really appreciate it. Thank you all for the beautiful comments. I'm grateful to know that these messages resonate. Thank you all for always showing love and helping out as well. And just helping the channel grow. Thank you. Grounding may be significant for someone. Using this time to ground yourself. Rooting yourself, grounding yourself, the root. As you go within and heal, you are releasing doubts and fears. And you're getting to the root of things, It's a time of getting to the root of, in order to heal, we have to get to the root. And maybe you don't know how to get to the root right now. Maybe, you have been, asking the questions, but maybe you haven't gotten the answers. And right now is a time for grounding yourself, meditating, and trusting that the answers will come. Setting the intention and trusting that your answers will come. So grounding may be significant for someone. The divine is wanting you to build. You're in a time of building your foundation again. You're letting go. You're removing. You're releasing, and you're gaining that trust again. You're letting go so that you can build the true foundation that is for you and who you are with the divine. You're having that interconnection, that intimate time with the divine, and the divine is, leading you in this healing, this true healing. So your foundation before may have been, a little crippled because you were trying to do things on your own. You didn't. Your foundation wasn't strong. It wasn't properly. You were doing it on your own. There was some unhealed things. And yes, this is honorable that you were able to still get through, your journey, with you, but right now is a time of really going within, finding that root of why things may have, why cycles may be repeating, why things are still feeling wounded, and it's a time of trusting in the divine guidance, that divine intelligence, setting your intentions right now is very vital. Maybe you, as I said before, you may have asked the questions but may not have been getting any answers. I asked, have you been setting intentions to get the answers? Sit still to get the answers, and maybe that is something you needed to do. So grounding, with sacrifice that just came out, surrendering right now, and letting the divine flow, as flow came out as well. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love, yes. So, maybe grounding may be really significant for you. Setting that time aside, sacrificing your time and surrendering, because, there's some addictions and obsessions that are needing to, be removed in this time, and those addictions and obsessions and illusions may have come from, a root of abandonment, a root of insecurity, a root of, not feeling supported, or feeling that there's no stability in your life. And right now it's time to gain that, you want to be firm right now. You want to stand firm in who you are. You want to, and the divine is taking you within so that you can know that you're protected, so that you can know that you're stable, secure, and supported in this time. That's a beautiful representation of a foundation. A sturdy. When you think of foundation, you think of it's stable, it's secure, it's not going anywhere, it's supported by it's supported, it's balanced. You think of balance, you think of protection, and it's time to just let the divine flow. It's time to move with the flow. Not to resist it, but to remove with the flow. Because as you do this, you're able to, you're raising your vibrations. You're able to raise your vibrations. Also, words. This have been, I'm grateful that someone had commented, speaking about a certain word that I was using. I wasn't using it correctly. I'm super grateful about that. And it's funny because I've heard someone say that word before, and I still choose to say it wrong. I've heard that word said before, and I still chose to use it as I did. And I'm grateful for that comment, and it reminded me of allowing just came out. So just maybe you need to allow yourself time to ground yourself so that you can purify, so that you can let go. Maybe there's some insecurities that you have within. But speaking of words, let me get back to words. That reminds me of just paying attention to becoming aware. As you go within, you're able to just understand and gain wisdom and perspectives. And this is how you're able to pay attention to words as well. And it's not in the word of correcting words. It's a words of, reality can be, if you don't have a, I'm not going to say if you don't, having a outrageous openness is important in this time as you're growing, because when it comes to words, and even when it comes to reality, everything may not be as though it seems. I hope that is making sense for someone. So I had some good examples before I started this video. Just I'm gonna use reality first. Okay, so all right, I can use words. Just not saying that it's being manipulative, but maybe it is, and maybe this is something that someone should pay attention to. Okay, so we know that there's a lot of plant-based products out there, and this is not me going against anyone who has a plant-based product. No, this is me because some people are really adamant on having a certain type of lifestyle. And so if you're not careful within these ingredients or within these brands that say plant-based, a lot of people are, vegan at this time. And if you are, and that's really you being your lifestyle, maybe you're looking at the brands and you're seeing the word plant-based and you're thinking that, this just means this is plant-based and this means vegan. I ask that you go more into detail of looking at the labels. And this is for someone, because this came to me. I'm not sure who it's for, but even if it's for one person, maybe you're thinking that you're eating a certain way because you see the word plant-based. But I'm guided to tell you, if it does not have the word V on it, it's not vegan. And I know that you're probably very adamant about this lifestyle. And by you paying attention to this, okay, it has to have the word V on it for it to be vegan. That is the indication That is the indication, for the label of it being vegan. But just because it says plant-based does not mean that it's vegan. I'm not sure who needed to hear that, but that just goes back of the words that I was speaking of, like just how, having openness and not just thinking one way, even with perspective, even with reality, looking at life, with openness, because something that is in front of you, something that you may be seeing may not be exactly what it is. And I know that may sound a little off, but it's true. It's true. There's different depths of the truth of what you see and even of what you read. And I ask that you're able to become aware. That's the point of this awareness, coming aware within. And this is how you're able to expand and broaden, your way of thinking about things. Let's say that there may be someone, in Kroger, right? Or in a grocery store, in a certain store. And, you know them for eating healthy, right? But you see them with some Coke and some cookies. And, you may automatically think, oh, they're not eating healthy. Or, they preach this, but, they got a Coke and some cookies in their hand. Maybe that Coke and them cookies isn't for them. Maybe they got somewhere that they're taking care at home, and they've asked about, the person at home, this is who they're getting it for, or, it's just different perspectives of reality, There's so many, I had so many other examples before I started this video. Hopefully I'm able to bring them on other videos, but the perspectives and the truths that we choose, this is why it's important not to judge. With letting go that just came out, this is why it's so important not to judge. And signs, wow. Trust the signs. I cannot make this up. The signs goes along with what I was speaking about the labels. There may be someone eating, having a certain type of lifestyle, but you may not be aware of what the brand and the labels are saying. And I'm not here to be in your business. I'm not. Please know. This is just something that I was divinely guided to say. Because the reason why I believe I was divinely guided to say this, because this may be, there's something going on in the gut. And maybe this is something that you need to look up. You may be wondering why your gut, why you've been moody, very, very moody, and it's after you eat a certain product. So maybe that is something that you're being guided to look into. And I ask that you look at that product, look at that product that you just got done eating, and you may have this certain type of lifestyle, and you may not eat this food, you may not eat this certain thing all the time, but this certain thing may have this one ingredient that you don't eat on a regular basis. And this is not just for, those that are vegan. This is for everyone. There's something about looking at the labels, paying more attention to the labels, especially if you know that there are certain things that you're wanting to keep out your body, because words are very strict, can be very strategic, can be made out very strategic for a reason. Even if it said, I'm guided to say this as well, even if it says dairy free, that does not always mean it's vegan. If the V isn't on there, it may or may not be vegan, and I just ask that you do your research on it, but I wouldn't speak, of course, there are things that I wouldn't speak about that I haven't experienced myself, pay attention to myself, and, been divinely guided to speak about. And I know, even if it, like I've said before, even if it's for one person, but even if it says dairy free, it does not mean that it's vegan. But maybe I do understand that some people just don't want the dairy part, and you don't care about the other parts. Okay, this message may not be for you, but those who may be thinking that it's full out just vegan, I ask that you ask, even with your food, discerning with your food, or setting the intention with your food. of knowing what you're putting in your body. So yes, signs had came out, energetic clearing came out, gratitude came out, true offering came out, and self-love. As I was speaking, energetic clearing, clearing out your energy in this time, letting go, trusting the signs, and clearing out energy, and being grateful for, you know, where you have, how far you've come, you know, how far you've come, even for being here, trusting your intuition. Intuition just came out. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. Self-love. Let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. Yes, so this goes back to that grounding yourself, letting go, clearing out your energy, grounding yourself, being full of gratitude of your past and of now, of being able to choosing to grow now, and offering your time to choose self-love and trust your intuition. Because this is a great mystery. All of this is a great mystery, and you gain wisdom from it. You're gaining the keys to wisdom so that you can use it for your destiny, so you can use it for your path. And I hope that I know that I said different messages today, and this is why I speak about that it's many messages, and there's many messages, and there's many messages. And I just hope that you're able to grasp them, you know. May you grasp them. Also for divine feminine, for divine feminines, you know, I spoke of this before, but reconnecting to your cycle right now may be significant for you. Kundalini may be significant for you. That's for divine masculine, divine feminine. Reconnecting with the source of your divine sexuality. Yeah, that may be significant. That may be significant for someone. Courage. Reconnecting. That's courage. And that sacred sexuality, that's what your root as well. You know, it comes from the root as well. It can come from the root of why, you know, certain events, certain cycles have been repeated. And it may be time for you to reconnect to that as well. So dancing may be significant. Grounding yourself may be significant. Movement, yoga in that area may be significant. Stretching may be significant. So grounding yourself right now, may be important. You're letting go of doubts and fears. This is how you let go of doubts and fears. You know, get to their root. And it's important to set the intention for grounding yourself. Maybe a time where you're letting go of people, places, and things. So right now you probably having to sacrifice time from others through this journey, through this groundingness. But please know, you are letting go of what is needed, obsessions, illusions, and addictions. And you're gaining that truth for who you really are, that true foundation. And as you let the divine flow and allow what's needed to come next, you're able to safely let it go. You're able to trust yourself to safely let it go. So please, in this time, pay attention to the signs. Continue to clear out energy. Spiritual bath right now may be significant. Dancing may be significant. Spending less time prioritizing may be significant. Spending less time on maybe your on devices, and spending more time with yourself, with loved ones, even with loved ones, may be significant. Using that time to be in the present moment, exercising, and it's important to be grateful in this time because it's led you here. Please know that this is courage. Outrageous openness just came out. This is courage. And as you offer, it's a lot of messages, so many cards coming out at once. And as you are full of gratitude, you're able to let go and trust in the divine. And all that heaviness of what you thought that was just yours, you're giving it to the divine and letting go. And you're choosing to go within and choose self-love. You're really digging all that dirt out. You're really getting all what is needed out. So you're able to really go within and love that vulnerable inner child. To let down the wall. You're letting down the wall. As you offer it to the divine, you're letting down that wall that separates you from your inner child. And you're able to trust that intuition. And this is how and as you trust that intuition, this is how you're able to have that outrageous openness. This is how you have that outrageous openness, because you then learn that the divine know what's needed and you open yourself to receive it. Wow, that was beautiful. I really hope that this message resonated. There were so many messages within one. Hopefully that you were able to grasp it. Hopefully it was able to resonate. Hopefully you were able to, use discernment within it and be divinely guided within it. May it reach whom it's needed. Sending you so much love and light. May you get it through the wind. Thank you.